no, no. See, no. We're reacting. Remember when I reacted to Dangerville? Yeah, I'm gonna react to Dangerville today. Two of his videos actually. One on the horror and another on the on how the fans are thinking about it. I was supposed to react to this a few days ago, but school. School's a pain in the ass. So let's get right into it. It's short.
Jurassic World Rebirth marketing has officially been fired up. Yay residents, this is Jacob. With the trailer out now, how are you feeling about Jurassic World Rebirth? And if you're one of those people who've been shedding yourself off from this franchise in recent years, or if you found yourself losing that special warm feeling for dinosaurs in general, you have to hear this. We got a ton of bonus information about Rebirth coming in from an article from Vanity Fair, and if the trailer didn't win you over, this just might. Let's get to it. Quickly removing any question when it comes to bringing these ancient animals back to life through CGI. Producer Frank Marshall says this: I've always said that visual effects are great. CGI is a great tool, but it makes you lazy because you know you can do anything. It's got to be dangerous. You're in a new place. You don't know what's around the corner. You got a different jungle. You've got more water. You've got higher cliffs. There's a little bit of everything that's scary. A new world.
So basically, this is basically Skull Island, but in Jurassic. Skull Island. Jurassic Park did kind of have some. Uh, never mind. Never mind. I'm not going to do any comparisons. But all I'm saying is that this is essentially Skull Island.
Characters in this franchise in a long time. I am gonna say one bit about the human characters that was given to us though. One of the actors confirms some, or maybe even all, I doubt that, some of the main characters, not just the villains, are going to die. And I feel like that's something we
I feel like that. Hold on. Say what I was just about to say.
haven't seen since kinda Jurassic World, which was 10 years ago, by the way. If you want
10 years ago, by the way. That's because that's because these motherfuckers be treating the dinosaurs, the motherfuckers at Universal, what the fuck, Universal be treating these dinosaurs like they're goddamn, what, fucking superheroes?
place that can sometimes be scary to explore through the eyes of our characters. A lot of you might not know that I'm a pretty die-hard outdoorsy sort of guy, and getting to see different extreme and wild climates is something I kinda crave. I like to see things I haven't seen before. Let's get to where he talks about the dinosaurs now. These are the dinosaurs that didn't work. There's some mutations in there. They're all based on real dinosaur research, but they look a little different. And in the trailer,
Which explains why the Spinosaurus isn't all that accurate. Doesn't look entirely accurate, is what I was trying to say. That explains why, for those people that are gonna say, "Oh, the Spinosaurus is supposed to be accurate." It's a movie. Calm down.
we saw how the dinosaurs, at least some of them, do look more like their real-world counterpart. Much more in line with how modern paleontology depicts them. I love seeing these dinosaurs feel like animals.
Even though the Spinosaurus doesn't look entirely accurate, if you know the real dinosaur, but credit where credit is due. At least it's a Spinosaurus. Calm down, Spino fanboys.
Animals and look like animals again in the wild. I saw some
I just want to see a T-Rex.
moose last year and it looked a lot like this. So chomp that subscribe button if you're ready to see the dinosaurs go back to their franchise roots. Frank
Do it!
then went on to give praise to writer David Coep. He came up with this idea that dinosaurs were passé now, which is a way of saying that they were outdated. People were tired of them. They were an inconvenience. People weren't going to museums to see them or to petting zoos. They were just in the way, and the climate was not conducive to their survival, so they were starting to pass away and get sick. But there was one area around the equator that had the perfect climate and temperature and environment for them. This seems like a great topic to bring up in this movie. It does kind of feel similar to how the fan base has acted towards this franchise.
Which is honestly, this could have been the plot of Dominion. No, the ending of Dominion. This could have been a third act of Dominion. Like after the dinosaurs did what they had to do across the world, they start to notice something is off, and it's like, okay, we can't do this anymore. We gotta go somewhere where we can actually inhabit. But sadly, that wasn't Dominion. This honestly could have been the third act of Dominion. It would have gave the dinosaurs something to do. But we all saw how Dominion actually turned out.
Lately. And it does, at least right now, seem like Jurassic World Rebirth is really trying to fix this. A lot of you watching, especially if you were born around the time of the first movie like me, you might remember how much you loved these movies as a kid, but don't you lie to me, there were at least 2 scenes in Jurassic Park that you had to mute or skip unless you wanted to have a meltdown. And according to director Gareth Edwards, Rebirth is aiming to bring those feelings of horror back to the franchise. He doesn't really specifically say, yeah, this is a horror film, but it's clear that he knows exactly what he wanted, and it was to make a movie that was scary as hell, much like the first movies in the series. He wants us to have that weird primal feeling going on like we're being hunted as we watch this movie. He says Jurassic Park is a horror film in the Witness Protection Program. Most people don't think of it like that. We all went to see it as kids, but I was scared shitless, to be honest, when I was at the cinema watching the T-Rex attack. It's one of the most well-directed scenes in cinema history, so the bar is really high to come on board and try to do this. There's something very primal that's buried deep inside everybody. As mammals, we evolved with this fear of the bigger animal that's going to come one day and maybe kill us or our family. The second we see it happening on screen, you're like, I knew it, we had it too good for far too long. And that's a huge win for Jurassic fans if this is actually how the movie ends up.
Coming from the same director who couldn't even give us more than 10 minutes of Godzilla screen time. I'm just saying. This right here, what he just described, is what we wanted from Godzilla 2014. Godzilla, the start of the Monsterverse. I'm just saying. I'm not trying to shit on Garrett Edwards, but I'm just saying he could have done that with Godzilla.
In this article, we also learned that the cure that the team is trying to find the DNA to make is for heart disease, which...
Maybe he learned from his mistakes. I'm pretty sure he saw the criticisms.
The more you know. And to do this, they need to go to this new land, which is also described as the place these dinosaurs were made, but it's also new to the franchise. So it looks like we might visit another one of the mysterious islands of Jurassic lore here. Tell me what you think in the comments. The article also gave some good information on the 3 lead characters, Zora, Henry, and Duncan, and something that I got a little chuckle out of. They're all characters that have been described as doing their best to be likable to the fans, which is funny, but honestly makes a lot of sense right now. Scarlett is a super fan of these movies and has dreamed of working in the series, and her character is said to be more than a gun for hire. And she hopes the audience learns to understand her character's deep, driven attitude. Loomis will be the nature-loving science guy who loves the natural world so much that it's his superpower and his weakness. He's not field-trained and he doesn't have the stomach for violence, but his knowledge of the animals is vital to this mission. And Duncan, he's the guy who's seen horrible things, but still manages to keep a moral code of sorts and ultimately is sounding to be the low-key hero of the story with his loyal and unselfish personality.
Black man is the hero of the story. Black power. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm That wasn't funny. They're man-eating monsters disguised as dinosaurs. Remember, that was the point of this franchise? The message that the first few films were trying to tell us before they just went apeshit with the Jurassic World films? I'm like, what the fuck?
Wanna feel old? Apparently, there was never a draft of this movie where everyone survived. And to me, that makes this movie instantly more interesting. At this point,
I already said this in my trailer reaction. This looks like a better directed. This already looks like a better directed film than the other ones. Hopefully, the movie lives up to the promise, though, because I'm still skeptical.
I'm kind of getting excited to see more about Jurassic World Rebirth. You feel? If you like this video, consider sharing it around. I'll see you in the next one.
The Jurassic franchise needs plenty of help. Like, hopefully they live up to their expectations. Hopefully they live up to what they promised. Unlike the last time,